So we started out in the old police station in the village of Goshen. That's where the Board of Realtors was. And a little tiny office. We began to host film festivals in our little space, the biggest space that we had in our little office. And we just increased our membership, and we put brochures together, and we just started really trying to have a presence in Orange County.
So it was in a tiny little building in Goshen. It was, as I recall, I think part of a real estate office or something. Actually, Key Bank might have taken over some of that section there in Goshen now, but it was a tiny little operation, but always great heart.
Richard Ward was the president of the board. Stephanie Lesky was the executive director. Their office was on North Church Street in the old police department building, and the three of us were standing around trying to figure out where to find a better, bigger office, because that agency was expanded, and it was a fraction of what it is today.
And we quickly outgrew that space, and we moved just down the street to a little house, and we were there for, I want to say, 2 years. The lending library, the poster contest, the task program, all of those things began back in those early days. And then we outgrew the house, and we had the opportunity to move down by the track in the big blue building.
The connection that Pius 12 Chemical Dependency Services and myself had with ADAC, I believe, is very, very special. So I want to first explain that the Pius 12 building in Goshen was on Main Street, and upstairs was our administrative services, and that's where my office was. Right behind us was the ADAC building. So we shared a common driveway and a common parking lot, and we were literally a stone's throw from each other. So that proximity really enhanced our ability to develop good friendships and a strong bond.
I held every job there was at ADAC, from office manager up to supervising student assistance counselors. So I had pretty much gained a lot of experience and learned the career of prevention specialist while I was there.
Prevention is something near and dear to my heart. There's nothing more cost effective in terms of treatment and helping people than prevention. So the work that ADAC does with respect to prevention is formidable.
I mean, I do remember the Red Ribbon campaign very much, and when it first started, there would be red all over the schools, and the kickoff events when I was involved were at Port Jervis High School, and I remember one time walking in and just being shocked that the auditorium was filled with people, and the stage was filled. County executive, everybody was there, and it was a really nice feeling to see that the community was interested in dealing with the issue of drugs and alcohol.
At one point for the Red Ribbon campaign, we planted hundreds and hundreds of red tulip bulbs on the county property, only to find out none of them bloomed because during the winter the squirrels and the deer had eaten all the bulbs. So that was one of the fun ones.
I guess I would like to say that I enjoyed working in Orange County. The Department of Mental Health was responsible for 3 disability areas: chemical dependency services, mental health services, and developmental disability services. Our county executives and the numbers of people that have been in the Orange County legislature over all my years have always listened, and they've always done everything that they could do to be helpful to us, which is a different experience than many of my colleagues had who were commissioners in other counties. So I think that that's really a memory, if you will, or an experience that I'll remember, is that we had the support in this county that we needed, and I think that continues today with the county executive we have in place now, Mr. Newhouse, and the legislators who are there today. They understand that there are human needs in this system, in this community, and our system of services is there to meet that need and does so.
Being in law enforcement for 40 years, I've had people come back to me and tell me how they were having problems You know, in a couple cases, some people, you know, contemplating ending their life, where either I or myself and somebody else would show up on a scene, and you know, the way we talk to people, the way we treat them, kind of try to bring them back. I try to tell this to all the new recruits that come on at the police academy graduation. It's in my speech every time. You know, I said communication is a cornerstone, you know, in your career, and you always, you know, when you involve with people that are under arrest or in jail, they're probably one of the lowest points in their life, and you really should really try to do everything to bring them back. And I think that they'll appreciate that for the rest of their lives. And I tell you, I've had people that have come back to me, and it's proven that.
We all need encouragement every single day. So when you have that person that is the one that can say to you, you know, you're really special. You made a difference in my life. And we use that like in the funeral home all the time. When we're having to say goodbye to somebody, I try to repeat some of the things that they've done in their lifetime, even if it was a long ways back, so that people remember that those little things they did, smiling at people in the grocery store, you know, and you know, just speaking to somebody that's out on the side of the road, you know, as you're going by. Those are the little things that make a difference in people's lives. I mean, could help them stay with us.
I believe that we have a responsibility, and fortunate for me, I've been able to spend almost 30 years in this business and promoting hope and sharing the burden of those who are struggling so that they can have full access to all that there's available in life.
There isn't a day goes by in my life where at some point in time I don't say to myself how lucky I am. I'm lucky to be able to go home and have people love me. I'm lucky to be able to love others, and I'm lucky to be embraced by folks in the community. And what being a human service servant means to me more than anything is having the honor to have people accept me in their lives as part of the solution.
Well, I mean, there's no better life as far as I'm concerned. I mean, I've always had purpose. I've always seen miracles happen all around me, not because of me, but human service found me. I didn't go looking for it, and my life is just abundantly joyful.
I'm not afraid to say at this age in my life that when I'm at my work, my eyes will well up. And they'll well up because I see the beautiful things that happen to the people who are in recovery. They shine. I see that over and over and over again, and I hate to ruin it by acknowledging anyone. One comes to my heart, but I think for that matter, if I think long and hard enough, many come to my heart. I'm so fortunate to be in this field. I could not think of another thing that I would rather do.
It really was a privilege to be allowed to participate in somebody's journey to recovery. It's about as good as you're going to get out of me.
And a very rewarding thing was the children of teachers I worked with. I put a lot of them in treatment centers. You know, it was just Washingtonville in those years, and Donna will attest to this. You know, it's like a family. It was like a family. You know, I made no bones about my own recovery ever. I used that, you know, and very effectively. You know, when we had an administrator that got sober, and he said, I would have never dreamed I'd be dealing with the kids and families at the level I'm dealing with them today. You know, he said he found out, you know, everybody became human.
You know, it's been my life. I've been doing this work and teaching parenting and family life education since I was pregnant with my son 38 years ago. So I almost don't know what it means not to do this. But it has been a blessing, and I think one of the most important things has been the wonderful people that I've met and the colleagues that I've been able to do this work with and further the work that we're doing in Orange County and New York State. And I must say that Orange County has one of the most collaborative groups of human service professionals I have ever met. So it's been a privilege to do this work with them.
I've been in the recovery community for 40 years, and having ADAC there for people to, somebody's looking for recovery, looking for rehab, looking for intervention. That's not what AA does, but we direct people to ADAC to find resources.
Well, as a county executive, you receive a number of awards, but this was a very important one because it had to do with human services and making life better, trying to make life better for people who have real problems, and I think that was very significant.
Well, I think that as a nurse who worked on a detox floor, and I don't think there's anybody who hasn't had someone that they loved involved with drugs or alcohol. So to me, the award meant that I was addressing some of these issues that were happening in 2013 in Sullivan and Orange County, and I felt very honored that they gave me that award.
On the night I got the award, I was pretty emotional because I had done for Jim the annual dinners. And Jim will totally remember that every year at the time of the annual dinner, I would cry my eyes out to him because I was under so much stress of having this fantastic dinner. So when I got the award, it was like a full circle that here I was now standing in front of all my peers and all my family getting an award that I had cried about for so many years. And now I was happy and felt very honored to get the award. I remember Jim calling me at my new office and telling me that he had to hang up because he was going to call the person getting the 2008 Service Award. So he hung up, and a few minutes later he called back. I go, "What?" And he goes, "I would like to tell you you're getting the Annual Service Award." And I was quite surprised.
I think I was chosen because of the team I have, not because of me. It's not me. It's Darcy Miller. It's Dave Hoovler. It's the sheriff. It's the clerk. It's my staff. All the workers in the county, I think, share in this together with me. So because I'm the captain of the ship, I'm a Navy guy, we're going to use some nautical terms once in a while. Because I'm the captain of the ship, and I've made it a priority for us. And let me tell you, the workers that work for the county love doing this, and they believe in helping people. And when they get the support from the top, I think that matters. So I think that's why they've chosen us, because we have made it a priority of Orange County government to not only talk about addiction and talk about treatment, but also look at alternatives and make sure that we are doing the best that we can for our community. This is my home county. I have two younger brothers who have disabilities who receive services in this county, and I've always felt like I wanted to promote a system of services that was good enough for my brothers. Not different for them, but just a system where the standard of care was good enough for my family. And I would share with you that the Alcohol and Drug Abuse Council has been one of those agencies. My family has received services from the Alcohol and Drug Abuse Council, and we are very grateful for the assistance that we've received. And I guess on behalf of my family and all of the other families, thousands of families that you've served and individuals that ADAC has served in your 30 years, I just would say thank you.
Well, best wishes, and another 30, that seems too small. How about another 60? We'll double that. Congratulations is certainly appropriate for a group that you guys have withstood the test of time. And to me, that means you're doing something real good.
Oh, I would definitely want to say to ADAC, you were courageous and are courageous pioneers, speaking to Jim. We've grown up and grown older watching the thousands and thousands of families there are whole geographic areas of our county and of this area that are well and productive and enjoying life, fullness of everything that's been promised to us because of you. And I know through all the years, even when I wasn't involved in the field, when people would ask me for a referral, I could always say there's one great place that you can call. There's one steady ender that's been there, that has not come and gone, that has just been faithful and been an advocate. You have my deepest gratitude and the gratitude of all the citizens of this county, truly, because every single family in the county has been touched by your goodness.